Let's take a look at Lesson 10, Activity 4. Martha Jackson had a $396.25 average monthly expenditure for clothing during the first quarter of the year. She spent $401.50 in April, $250 in May. How much can Martha spend in June to have the same average as in the first quarter? Okay, so we're all familiar with averages. We know that to take an average, we add up the total number of something. So for example, if I had exam scores and I wanted to keep a certain average on my exams, I'd add up all my exam scores and then divide by the total number of exams. This is no different. If I want to know the average for the first quarter of the year, so April, May, June, if I want to know the average of April, May, June, then I take April plus May plus June, and I divide that by 3 because there are 3 months. Now, I know that the average monthly expenditure for the first quarter is $396.25. So if I want to keep an average of $396.25, and I already know that I spent $401.50 in April and $250 in May, I'm going to solve for J, June, to figure out how much I can spend in June to keep that average. So $396.25 equals $401.50 plus $250 is, plus June, let's see. So we would have $651.50 plus J over 3. So all I did was combine these two. I got $651.50 plus J over 3. And I'm just solving for June. So I multiply both sides of my equation by 3. I get 1,188.75 equals $651.50 plus J. Now I subtract $651.50 from both sides of my equation, and I get J equals $537.25. So she can spend $537.25 exactly to keep the exact same budget, or less than that to keep the average lower. Let's do another one. So Ward Fineman has a $4,090.75 average monthly expenditure for travel during the second quarter of the year. He spent, so second quarter average is $4,090.75, and it's equal to July plus August plus September divided by 3. Now they tell us we're figuring out if he spent this much in July and this much in August, how much can he spend in September? So we're solving for September. So let's set this up. That means that $4,090.75, the second quarter average, is equal to the total of July, which was $6,150, plus August, which is $3,250, plus September, which I'm solving for, divided by 3. So $4,090.75 equals, what would that be, $9,400 plus S for September divided by 3. I multiply both sides of my equation by 3. To get rid of that 3, multiply by 3. I get $12,272.25 equals $9,400 plus September. So finally, to solve for September, I subtract $9,400 from both sides of my equation. And let's see. $12,272.25 minus $9,400 is $2,872, $2,782, and was that 25 cents? $872.25. $872.25. There we go. So $2,872.25. So again, to find averages, or to find an item given an average, we just set up our equation for an average as normal. So I plugged in my average, the months I knew, kept my unknown month a variable, and then used algebra to solve for the missing month.